Welcome back. My name is Jesse Benedetti. It's good to see you again. I hope to give you Welcome back and good to see you again. My name is Jesse Benedetti. Now I'm going to tell you a little bit. I mean, if you've been listening for the last couple of times, I've been talking about this Costanza Experiment. Do the opposite of everything that I thought was supposed to happen, and then I'll going to try to see if it goes right. So I'm going to give you a short backstory of what's happened with me over the past 3 years. That's kind of got me to this point. Short story: 2020 March lockdown, pandemic, boom. So I took everything I was doing in person with fitness, and I transitioned into online training. A few months went by, I realized we're not getting out of this anytime soon, and then I went virtual with everything full time. I realized how much I loved it, how many more people I could see, and not just here, wherever I live. I could go all over. People in Europe and people in the North and the South and the West, everywhere around. And I stayed with it. So, and I really started, I'm gonna do this. I don't know a lot about technology, and I don't know a lot about virtual anything, but I'm gonna learn it and I'm gonna get it done. So just like I tell a lot of people, if you don't know how to do something, you go find people that do know how to do it and you get them to help you. Well, 3 years of paying tens of thousands of dollars to help to pay coaches and mentors and teaching and sessions and all of this stuff to get me right back to where I am now. So I went through not to go through a long story, but of how to get a client base, how to get more members to join on, how to do this, and how to advertise through Instagram and Facebook, and how to get it there organically, and how to do with paid advertisements, and how to do, and they've all given me the same exact answer of it doesn't work. It doesn't work for me, at least. So that's what I realized. I thought I was trying to do everything perfectly. I was trying to do this and try to do this. I was get an email list, and I'm sending all these emails, get a Facebook page, and do all of this stuff. And really, all I just want to do is help people with their fitness and their journey, and help them through trials and tribulations and over the adversities based off of everything that I've done in my life. And that's where we got to this point now. So by the end of 2022, I realized, you know what, all of that stuff's not working. So I'm going to go against what everything I think was supposed to happen. I thought I was supposed to do all of this stuff, but the hell with it. I'm going to do this. So that takes me to where we're going to go now. A little bit of a backstory. Starting next Monday, if you haven't been taking my classes, it's not going to mean much to you anyways, but if you are taking them, it's going to mean a lot to you. And I'm going to explain to you, and maybe you want to try them now that you understand. Starting back when I first started all of this stuff, I only did HIIT classes. I was only doing HIIT classes because that's one of the backgrounds I came from. But I don't always do HIIT classes every single day. But that's a big trend. That's a big fad. And I know that it can give you a lot of great benefits, and a lot of people do benefit. I've benefited tremendously from it, but it's not all I do. I mix my workouts up. I do some cardio kickboxing. I have done some jujitsu. I do strength training. I do a lot of different things. And as being a fitness professional and a coach and a teacher, my job is to give that knowledge to everybody else, not just sit there and teach hit. So now I've been doing this for 3 years. When I first started doing all of this stuff, I was just trying to keep people excited, just try to keep people entertained, and try to get people to work out. And I was afraid of kind of mixing it up a little bit because I didn't want to lose my members. And no matter what I did, whether it was doing HIIT or switched it up or adding yoga or doing this, I think the message got lost that I want to teach people to do better and to get better. So that's where we're going to now. Is I'm going to do the exact opposite of everything. I used to feel and I used to think in order to get everybody, I had to do what was popular with the HIIT. Now HIIT will still be there. It's not going anywhere because that's what I still love to coach that, and I still love to teach it because there is a place for that. I've written a whole paper, a research paper on it. There's a lot with HIIT. But in order to get the maximum benefits from your fitness, you have to mix up a lot of things. And then starting next Monday, January 9th, I'm going to start some new classes. So let me give you the rundown of the schedule here. Monday will stay similar, stay the same. It's going to be the intervals for power, IFP, intervals for power, where we do combo exercises, 2 different exercises. We break them up, we put them together again. We realize how to work through that, all of those things, and those will stay the same. Now, starting Tuesdays, we're going to work on lower body. Now, this is going to be working on resistance training. And for a lot of people that are just gung-ho, and they're only doing HIIT training, let me just ask you a couple of questions. One, have you reached the goals that you want to reach? Two, are you happy with what you're doing, and do you work out every single day? No. Okay, great. If everything's perfect and you like it the way it is, I still have the video on demand. So on these days, you can switch over to the video on demand. You can do your own HIIT stuff, but I want you to understand, I'm doing this for a reason. I'm doing it to make you better. That's my responsibility to you, is to make you better. So I'm going to keep doing this to help step up your game a little bit more. So Tuesday's lower body, I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be slow. It's going to be slow because we're going to work on muscle atrophy. We're going to work on hypertrophy, making sure that the weak muscles get stronger, atrophy, hypertrophy. So we're getting stronger from the weaknesses that we do have. And we're going to slow things down a little bit, because you do need to slow things down. If you're in the mindset that you have to go, balls to the wall all the time, you're in the wrong mindset for fitness. All you're thinking is that you have to negate a lot of bad habits. Now, you may love to do all of that, but it's not good for long-term fitness. The idea is that it's there to mix in with everything else. So we're going to work on growing the muscles. Now, there's a lot of people that are out there, well, I don't want big muscles. Well, here's the good news. You won't get them, all right? No matter how hard you try, you're not going to get good big muscles. You're not going to turn into some big bodybuilder from doing this. I promise you, unless you're eating and working out nonstop, and even taking some steroids on the side for years nonstop, you're not going to get big and bulky. The people that say that they get too bulky when they lift weights are people that are also eating too much because they think that they deserve to eat more, and they're not getting bulky, they're getting a little bit overweight. So what you need to understand, now, this isn't an absolute. Granted, there are people out there that have different things. So I'm not saying that may be you, but I want you to understand, I want you to get the best that you can. That's my job for you. So the Tuesdays will be lower. So we're working on the glutes. We're working on the hamstrings. We're going to work on the quads. We're going to work on the ankles. We're going to work on the calves. We're going to work on things, and we're going to slow things down a little bit. The recovery time in between sets are going to be slower, because I want you to be able to get the best out of your fitness. If you leave a workout and you're saying to yourself, wow, I could have probably done more. Great, because I want you to be able to show up. I don't want you to sit there in bed wondering to yourself, oh man, I can't handle another HIIT workout. I'll skip today and I'll go tomorrow. No, I want you to realize that it's mixing it up, so you can mix everything up and be a little bit better with that. Now, as we mix that stuff up, it's going to get more and more intense. There are so many benefits that you'll start to hear me say more and more throughout the time. But the second new class is going to be on Wednesdays. It's going to be cardio, kickboxing, and core. Now, this isn't going to be your typical cardio, kickboxing, and core class. It's going to be for me, all right? So we're going to work on combination sets. We're going to work on really upping the intensity, but we're also going to work on how to do this stuff, how to throw some punches, how to throw some kicks. I'm not just going to throw them at you and say, do. I want you to do them, because if you do them right, you're going to use better muscles and more muscles, and you're going to get more from them. And we're also going to work on some core based in that as well, because the Wednesdays, I do love having core on those Wednesdays to get over that hump. All right, so that'll be on Wednesdays. And then Thursdays, like Tuesdays, are going to slow down. We're going to work on upper body exercises, biceps, triceps, shoulders, chest, back, all of that stuff that we're going to work on. And that's where the focus is going to be. Again, the recovery sessions are going to be longer. I want you to recover. You do not have to go, and you should not go balls to the wall every single workout. You wonder at the end of the year why in December and January and November and December why people fall off, or they're falling up in the middle of the year. Is because they are doing too much intensity too much of the time. And guess what? Your body gets used to that also. If you're doing HIIT nonstop all the time, your body will get used to that. Like I said before, the Costanza effect. I used to be afraid of losing people, losing members, and losing the people I'm working with if I don't cater to that HIIT stuff. But now I'm going to do the opposite of everything, because I know this does work. I do it myself, and it's my responsibility to really give you what you should have, right? If we all were right on target wherever we need all that extra help, then we would be doing it all by ourselves. But that's what I'm here for, is to help. On Fridays, we'll stay the same, because it's a good combination of some cardio mobility, which is so super important, and strength. We're going to put it all together. And then Saturday, we'll stay that same body weight game day of nonstop. Some of it will be good, bigger and faster, and some of it will not be. And we'll see. We'll see. We're going to mix it up a little bit this year. But that's what we're going to start with, starting on that time. You ask yourself, but Jesse, why? Why? Because I owe it to you to give you the best results. If you haven't done this type of stuff, then that's what you're going to see, where you can benefit from all of this stuff. So if you start right now with already a negative mindset going into this, like, oh, I don't want to do this. I love this. I love to hit stuff all the time. You're already closed-minded. You're already myopically thinking that this isn't for you. You can't do this. Yes, you can, and you should be doing this. This is exactly what you should be doing to mix it all up. Now, my goal always is to give you workouts that you can do anywhere. And it's the same thing here. You could take each one of my workouts. You can go on vacation with it. You could take it to a gym if you want to. Most gyms now, they have a kickboxing bag or a heavy bag that you can do some of these things with. You can use these anywhere. I have PDFs that go out to everything, so you can have them right there. It's basically like having your own personal trainer in a group class format. So that's what's coming up next week. We're going to be working on all of that stuff, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing you. If you haven't done my classes before, this is the time to jump on right now. They're getting hotter. They're getting better. They're getting more for you. So you reach out to me. Let me know. I'll get some New Year's specials, things like that. If not, I'll come back with some more opportunities for you later. Have a good rest of your day. Looking forward to seeing you soon. Peace out.